Hey everybody, it is Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and I'm coming to you from the garage tonight because I got something special in the mail. And you guys know I've been working on the Mk12 Mod 0 and Mod 1 builds. I moved my scope, my clone correct scope from my Mod 0, this one, to my Mod 1. And I did that because I found another clone correct scope that I think would match this one a little bit better. Now, there's a number of scopes that were used in that program. Most of them were made by Leupold. There's a couple that were made by Nightforce. But the two main ones are the Leupold ones. And so I was looking online and I knew finding these Mk4 scopes, which I guess it's my understanding that they've been discontinued. But occasionally they make small runs of these. And they kind of get out into the wild and there's different versions of them. But I found this one, which is exactly the same model as the larger one. It's the one that has the magnification from 3.5 to 10 and has a 40mm objective lens. It's the Mk4. And this one actually is designed more for 308 than 5.5-6, but they use this scope on the Mk12s, both the Mod 0s and the Mod 1s. And I guess this is the more desirable one because of the magnification. And all the ones I've ever seen were in black. However, this one, which I'll tell you the model, is the Mk4 LR 3.5 to 10 by 40mm. It's the M2, so it has the illuminated reticle. It has the TMR reticle, and it is in dark earth, so it's in tan. Now, it's my understanding that this one, or this model specifically, was designed for the M110, but it's the same model that went on the Mk12 Mod 0s, but in flat dark earth, which I think would go with this rifle a little bit better. So it's a clone correct scope. I did find this at Midway USA, and it's kind of surprising. I found it for an amazing deal because these are actually pretty expensive if you can find them, and they already have them way on discount. I guess they were doing like a Leupold sale, and then they had it marked down even more. So I have no idea why such a rare scope was marked down so much, and I mean a lot. So I pounced on this deal. So let's open this thing up and let's see what we got. I wasn't really 100% sure on these Mk4s what the dark earth color would look like. In some pictures it looks silver. So I wasn't sure. But the dark earth color that seems to be on the other Leupold optics is very much like a flat dark earth. So I thought that would go great on that Mod 1. So let's see what this thing looks like. Oh yeah. Yeah, the pictures really don't do it justice. It actually is flat dark earth. All right, let me carefully get this thing out of here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So the ones that have this magnification, the Mk4s, many of them don't have the illuminated reticle, which this one does. And this one, I think, as I said, is kind of a rare color in this model because it's designed for the M110 rifle, the Knight's Armament, and that is in flat dark earth too. So yeah, this thing is going to look fantastic on this rifle. So let's kind of compare the colors here. And I know it's on my phone, so anyway, the colors might not come across just right. They're pretty darn close. This is probably a little bit darker, but yeah, that's going to look absolutely fantastic. So not another clone correct scope. I'm so happy about that. Wow. I'm so glad they make these from time to time. All right, so I'm going to spend some time. I'm going to go ahead and mount this to this rifle, put it in these arms number 22 medium height scope rings, and see how it looks, get it all together, and I'll come back to you, and we'll see what the finished project looks like. All right, so here we are about 30 minutes later. Got this thing all mounted up, nice and even, took my time with it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm very happy with this scope. And it's a little bit tighter fitting in the case, but that color from Leupold, the flat earth, definitely matches the finish on this firearm really, really well. I'm happy with how this thing turned out. So now both rifles have a clone correct scope on them, and this one of course matches the finish. So the last thing I'm really waiting on, besides getting the rail for these scope rings, and hopefully Arms will eventually make them again, or somebody will have them in stock, is just waiting on the suppressors. So I purchased the second AEM5 today, so that whole process starts. And I already got one in ATF jail, so I have to wait on that one to get approved on a Form 4. I think I'm like 60 or 70 days in on that one. So it's probably going to be another 150 days before I can pick it up. But then I'll have both suppressors for this thing, for the Mod 1 and the Mod 0. And I guess the whole thing will be complete. So really happy with how this thing turned out, and really glad I found this one, this scope, on such a good deal. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to come to you tonight with a little bit of garage talk on this, and I know that not everybody's a big clone rifle fan, and that's okay. But I really enjoy doing this. So anyway, it's really a lot of fun to investigate, to research, to learn, and I'm still a little bit sad by how some people, I call them clone clowns, always try to ruin your fun. You know, they're like, that's not right. And then you actually go and do the research, and it turns out you were actually right, because they saw it on one video, and maybe somebody didn't give them the complete information. I get that in every single one of these videos. And then, of course, I always go try to check them out on social media, and it turns out they don't even have one. But anyway, I love the way this thing turned out. So, yeah. So now, I guess I got to do a video once I put the final touches on the Mod 1. I got to put a video together about, I guess, all of my clone rifles and this whole project. And I need to let you guys know what I learned about all this. The pitfalls, I think, in doing this, what I would recommend for other people that want to go down this path, what to look for, as I said, what to avoid. But yeah, so here it is, that Leupold scope. Once again, this is the model Mk4 LR 3.5-10x40mm. It's in dark earth. It's the M2. It is the illuminated reticle, and it is the TMR reticle. So yeah, this is supposed to be a discontinued item, but I guess they make it from time to time, and I'm curious if they have a date on this thing. Normally they do. I can tell you when this one was made. I don't know. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't. I don't know where the date codes is on these things. Maybe it's on the bottom? No, that's the serial number. I don't know. I'll have to look it up sometime. But anyway, there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and this thing has turned out absolutely fantastic. So, as always, thanks for going on this journey with me. It's been a lot of fun, and I still got a few more videos to make. So, as always, thanks for watching.